Welcome back, artists, to our fourth week of social distance learning. I hope you guys are doing well. We are going to switch gears here a little bit, and we're going to be looking at different ways that we can connect through art and kind of what that means a little bit. So you can see on the screen here for the next 4 weeks of what that's going to look like. For this first one, it's going to be connecting with self. Next, it's going to be connecting with nature, then family, and then with community. Now, I don't know exactly how long we're going to be social distancing. It could be that week 6 and 7 we're back in the classroom. I have no idea. But for right now, I'm planning it as though it's going to be learning from home. And if we end up back in the classroom, I'll probably just kind of keep up with this theme that we're doing. So people have had to get pretty creative with how they connect with each other since we're not able to, we can't connect through social gatherings anymore. So just as some examples, we've got these guys connecting while playing ping pong together outside of a window. We've got people connecting through music. There's been a lot of cool stuff with musicians getting together. And then we also have people that are connecting visually through art. So a lot of us are missing that, that connection that we have with each other and trying to come up with different ways that we can still meet that need. And that's what these next 4 weeks are going to be about. So we've got a new folder up with the week 4 stuff. And within that, it's got the intro video, and it's got the new challenges that I have on here. We're going to do it a little different way, the reflection sheet, and then where to submit your work, which is right here. So just going into what that slideshow looks like. Our big focus is going to be connecting with self, and so let's load in. How can we use our own feelings, thoughts, and experiences to create an artwork? So that's kind of where we're at with this. So again, same steps as before, just a little bit different format. Complete one of the following challenges that I'm going to show on this slideshow. Reflect using the reflection sheet. Just make sure you make a copy of that and then submit it on Schoology. So your first one is an abstract data drawing, and so for this one you're going to be creating an artwork that is abstract, so it shouldn't look like anything, but you're just using symbols to kind of take account of how you're feeling and how you're doing. So for example, if over the week you felt bored a lot, you would do this symbol, but you would do it larger or more often. Or if you were feeling optimistic, you would do this symbol. If you were missing school, you would do this symbol. And it's kind of either how often you feel those things or how big you feel those things. And that's how you can do that in your work. And then same thing here. If you went outside mostly, or if you stayed indoors, if you wore your pajamas all day, if you got dressed. Definitely been in the pajamas all day mode. And then repeating these symbols to show the number of TV shows or movies you watched, hours on social media, or the number of toilet paper rolls you have stocked at your house. These are a couple examples over here. These symbols don't necessarily match the ones over here because I redid these, but just as an example of how that could, potentially look. And color is optional if you want to use it or not. Next one is a personal mask. So explore your current mood by creating an expressive mask. Think about how you're feeling and how you could show that. Think about the colors, about the facial expression, about the details and accessories and things that you could add on. And these are just a couple examples. You can't really see the paper bag one. I should do it this way. Maybe you can see it a little bit better. But anyway, just a couple different ways that you could do that if you're interested. Challenge option number 3 is a meditation drawing. So for those of you that are just kind of needing to slow down a little bit, this will be a really good one for you. Listen to some meditation music, and then you're just creating artwork that just brings you peace. So it could be some sort of drawing that conveys an emotion. You could do a collage of things that are just uplifting you, or you could do something like the images I have here, where it's more of a kind of Zen style drawing, where you just kind of repeat the same type of lines and image as a way to clear your head. Zentangles are a really good way to do this, so I've got a link there that you could follow if you want. And then next one is design your own avatar. So an avatar is just basically a figure that represents who you are online. And these do not need to look like you, but it basically is a different way of representing yourself. And so it's a good way to kind of like look inside and think, what would I project out there, to represent myself and how you're feeling and, what your experience has been through this. These are usually simple. Like if you notice the examples here, the colors are flat. There's not like shading necessarily, but it's like flat areas of color.
I know.
And sorry, my kids are in the background. And then final thing I want to point out is that if you are in Mrs. Klein's choir class, she actually reached out to me to see if we want to do some sort of crossover, and we felt like this would be a good unit to do it with. And she's having students create an artwork based on a song they connect with, and she's got the 4 song options for them. If you are in choir, you can use the artwork that you create for her class. That can double up, and you can submit that for my class too. Just make sure that you still use the reflection document and you still submit your work for art class, because if you submit it to her class, I can't see it. So make sure that you're still following our submission instructions for this class. So that's all I have for this is what the reflection sheet looks like. So that's kind of the overview of what our project is going to be. Sorry, this video is a little bit longer than what I normally try to do. And then just make sure that when you're done, that you are submitting this on Schoology. Again, sharing it with me, it makes it really hard for me to manage with the number of classes. So I have all the links on there as well, and just make sure that you actually turn it on here. I'm excited to see what you guys come up with this time, and I hope this is something that interests you, and I look forward to seeing what you make. And please let me know if there's any way that I can support you during this.